Hail Sindhu. All right, it is Old School Essentials. This is a two-shot. It's really session 5. Been about 10 days, as you guys are now pirates of Thaddy O'Keefe's crew. You are currently in the town. You are currently in Keel Town, which on this map behind me is right there. And Lindbergh is the big ape capital of the Rokanar. You're at a tavern called the Mad XO, which is built from old ship parts from a ship that crashed. And it is right up on the ocean. Sometimes a rogue wave will splash up and some of the water will come rolling through under the door and onto the floor of the tavern, which really doesn't matter anyway. So you're in there, the three of you, and the Dark Azure Baruch is in town somewhere with the golem. It is evening, getting a rest. They're supposed to be picking up like supplies or something for the ship. Thaddy has 2 other ships, not just the Blight's Bones. He's got 2 other ships that he uses, and he is currently on one of those. And you guys are in the tavern.
What's the name of our ship? Our pirate ship?
The Blight's Bones.
Nice. Okay.
The barkeep is named Blarson, and he is a very short man, and he stands behind the counter, and he like slides behind the counter because he's got like a little track thing that's got a lift on it, so he kind of slides back and forth serving drinks.
Hey, Lawson, another drink here?
It's Blarson. Dumbass.
Oh, whatever.
Fills up another tankard of cobalt ale and slaps it on the counter for you.
Thank you. So, anyone hear any word from the captain yet?
Nah, that's sort of the pirate's life. He didn't share anything with us. Heard nothing. Heard squat.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit tired of waiting around.
Me too. We need to go out and find some booty.
Oh, you holding up, little buddy?
Oh, we want all the booty.
Well, I think there's a few ladies here who can help you with that.
Because it's a pirate's life for us. You know how? You know we're pirates? Clover. You know how we know we're pirates?
How?
Because we think, therefore we are. Oh man, it's gonna be so good. Okay.
That used up almost every brain cell you had still functioning, didn't it?
It did. Now I just need to kill a couple more. We need to go find something to do. I don't like if Thaddy normally if he has like 3 or 4 ships, who normally pilots our ship?
He is right now. It's the Azure Baruch and the Golem that are in charge of the Blight's Bones. He's left with one of the second ships to go somewhere.
Okay. He probably, yeah, he's probably off at the gym somewhere, trying to improve his booty, like, because.
Trust me, squats.
It was a little flat.
It was.
So just at that, as you're having this conversation, the door opens, some water splashes in, and a large ape barely can get through the door, comes lumbering through. He looks like he's security, some kind of security detail, probably for Keel Town here, carrying his large staff. He kind of lumbers in and just sits in the corner on like a stool that looks like it's been reinforced. And you see the barkeep Larson was like, he sighs, and then he gets a drink, and you see him hop down and his little form like run back to where the guy is, and he hands him a drink and some bread or something. He runs back, jumps back on his little stand and starts cleaning off the counter.
I turned my back to the ape, because we've clearly I let him know. I sort of loudly scoot my my bar stool over, scraping it across the floor, turn my back to him, and just continue talking with the other two fellows.
So Percival has no clue if this is in fact the aforementioned apes that everyone's been telling him about for like the last 10 weeks or 10 days or whatever it was. So he's gonna lean over and whisper in your ear,
Is that one of the dirty apes?
yeah, that's one of the sheep. I mean apes. By the way, what do you call a monkey? What do you call a monkey that's crossed with a sheep?
What's a monkey?
A baboon. And I kind of look over where the ape is, and I spit on the ground, and then take another drink of my beer.
He is sitting like perfectly upright, drinking. Just kind of looks at you as you do that.
Peter, is gambling legal in this state?
In the Western, or I mean, yeah, yeah, you could probably get away with it here. I don't know how much you can get away with this guy watching you.
Yep, I had a feeling. Goddamn Indians protecting their casinos. Well, I need to see about getting my clothes a bit better suited for water. Anyone want to come with me?
Oh.
Go ahead.
oh no, he's just raising his hand, grunting.
Gonna get up from the table, put some coins down, head out.
So as you're getting ready to go out, the door just flies open, and you see a human man, scruffy beard, and his hair is like all everywhere, and he's got like wet clothes. He's like, I heard there's pot. He sees people in the tavern. Hey, is you the peoples from the ship? He's looking at the you, Clover, and then he looks over and sees Ox, and with the big guy from the people, as he's looking at
I'm just about to head out. Why don't you come with me and we can talk? Yes, we're from the vessel. Merchants.
Yeah, well, I gotta tell all of you what's going on. I got a important thing to talk about to the people. The
Oh, we
people
can
need
go
to
ahead.
hear it.
Well, if it's that important, we can talk about it while we walk. You coming? I'll turn to Bill.
Yeah, we don't want to talk in front of Furious George over here, so we should probably move along.
Yeah, okay. The people's business. Can I get one to go? And
Then-
Larson just puts a drink on the table, and he's like, "Can you spot me?" I mean, like, as he looks at the three of you.
It's on our ape friend Larson.
He'd see him curse under his breath. Just go, okay.
the Percival not knowing what the guy meant is like pointing his eye and then pointing at the guy, pointing his eye. Can you spot him? Okay.
You're doing great, Percival.
Oh,
Alright, so you step out of the tavern along this like walkway that's right up on the ocean. Behind you is like a path, and that's where Keel Town is. There's not a whole lot of stuff there. But he's like this disheveled human man gets his drink and he's sipping on it. It's like, listen, are you with the O'Keefe's crew?
Yeah, we're the pride of O'Keefe's crew for sure.
Oh, okay, good, because like I got some important information, like really important, that I think you guys could use.
Have we ever seen this guy before? Like, is this our first time in Keel Town, or do we?
Yeah, that's your first. Well, yeah, this is your first
Okay.
time in Keel Town. Yeah.
Okay.
Great help.
So to listen, like I used to be on his crew like some time ago, and some things happened. Let's just say I got detained, and then anyway, I kind of owe him, so this maybe could clear my debt, you know? So I know where all the apes are collecting all these magic crystals. Okay? They're collecting them up north in the Laughing Mountains.
And how heavily guarded are these Laughing Mountains?
Well, that's where the Sinstone burial ground is up there. I know that they're guarded pretty heavy. But all I heard is being these crystals get collected and they get picked up. So you might be able to get them before they're picked up by whomever.
And what do we get for doing this?
A bunch of crystals. They're magic, man.
I like magic rocks.
See what he said?
Can we sell them? Can we trade them?
Yeah.
And when exactly are these to be picked up and transported?
It's in 2 days.
How's it being transported?
I don't know. Somebody's coming to pick them up. I just know I heard where they're being collected.
So we have 2 days, basically, or we
To get there.
yeah, or we attack them on the road on the way back. What do we think? Would they be more? So would they be more heavily guarded during the caravan, or would they be like? Would the storage location be heavily guarded? Do you know? You pillage idiot! You.
Well, if we set up an ambush for the road while they're traveling down it, we should be able to go ahead and prevent many of them from fighting properly. Peter, is this island heavily wooded? Is it open marsh?
The Laughing Mountains are pretty much like volcanoes that are sticking out.
So there's not much tree cover there.
No.
Okay.
So it's probably in an alcove or something on the side of the mountain that they've got, that's what you would guess. You've heard of the Sinstone burial ground. It's supposed to be some sort of sacred place that the rumor is that you can allows people to be resurrected.
And you don't know how they're planning on transporting it out, do you?
No, I don't. No, I'm not. I don't got that one.
How many roads out of the area are there?
Out of what area? They're obviously going to pick them up by a ship and then just take them wherever they're going. I don't know who's picking them up. Like, I don't know who these apes are selling them to.
Being picked up by ship, we can try to ambush them at sea, but then we'll be in a naval battle and on a enclosed location.
If we fight him in mountains, I hide with rocks really well. Blend into stone, essentially.
And you have no idea how many guards they have defending this, do you?
No, the information I got didn't tell me how many guards they had.
What did your information tell you?
When the pickup was.
Okay. Peter, about
Maybe-
how far of travel is this place?
By ship, you could probably take you a day and a half to get there.
That's cutting it very close.
Maybe Big Smoky Guy and Big Rock Man know where we found more information.
I love the fact how the only thing not blurred is a pile of clothing.
I don't fold laundry. I'm sorry.
The guy takes another drink and then reaches into his ratty cloak and pulls out something. It almost looks like a card, and he looks at it and he's like, "Oh, damn!" And he puts it back in his pocket.
What's that for?
Yeah, what's the card?
Just seeing if maybe my luck's changed or something.
No. I need to see the card because I have some cards too, and if it's the same kind of card, I really need to see it. So
Did you roll the Pikathulu?
So he reaches into his pocket. It's like folded up. And it looks it's in the similar style and artistry of your guys' cards, but this is a man hanging upside down.
Okay,
Well, that's not ideal.
not at all.
Well,
Has that changed? Has that card ever changed? Be honest.
No, this is what I got.
Where'd you get the card?
That weird ghost priest guy when I was on the crew and part of the initiation.
Yeah, god damn it, I hate that freaking robotic ghost priest too. He's fucking yeah, I hate him too. All right, I like this guy. What I mean is I trust this guy. He's got a fool's card. I don't think that he's smart enough to try to trick us. So
I don't think he's trying to trick us, but I think we're woefully underprepared to deal with the situation at hand. We're going to have to scout out the area first and pick up whatever supplies we need while here.
pardon the pun, but like it just calls for some guerrilla warfare, right? I mean, like
Well, if we know where the dock is located in comparison to the burial ground, that'll definitely give us something to work with. How far is it?
I don't know that we want, but I don't know that we want to attack them from sea. I think we might want to attack them on land and sort of take advantage of the terrain.
We can't make it there in time on land. It's quicker to go by ship.
Valid. But we could hide it somewhere and go ashore. Also, Thaddy's not around. Are we going to be able to convince the creepy priest and the robot guy to sort of sail away?
If we can convince them that we have a way of actually getting the crystals and we can win, we have to attack the place where it's being stored.
So
It's going to be too heavily
this?
armed.
Should we bring this guy back with us?
That depends if he wants to come back with us.
Does it though? I mean, like really? I mean, even if he doesn't want to, he could still come back with us.
Percival's like slowly just holding, and then I was holding a pickaxe just
Down, boy, down.
You hear the door open. You see the ape come out,
Furious George.
and he looks at the gaggle and he's like, "It's getting kind of late. Why don't you break it up?"
Not tired, but if you are, you should head on along and go get your beauty sleep. Lord knows you need it.
So one drink's all it took, huh?
Even I can drink like 4.
Yes, but by that point, you're holding on to my leg as I walk you back to the room at night.
Well, yeah, but I drink 4.
So he walks over. The scruffy guy kind of like scoots behind Ox, like hiding behind him. And the ape looks down at Percival. Whoa. What are you?
Me?
He's special.
Where are you from?
What would be like the name of the settlement? I guess I'm from. I don't have any. I don't have any of those kind of names on file in my brain.
West Virginia.
Hold on, let me.
Mountain Road, take me home.
To the place I belong.
Oh, that's amazing.
I mean, the Underdark would be. You could say, let's say you're from the city of
West-
the city of whispers.
The Whispery City.
Where in
Everybody's
the
real
road?
quiet.
Where in the road canal is that?
What's a road canal?
He's clearly, you're like, I don't know who, I really don't know who to feel more sorry for, you or the little man who was born deformed. Like he clearly is not, you know, normal. There's
He'll be, like,
obviously
digging in his
something wrong
nose.
with him. Yeah, right. Like,
Eats
What?
it like.
and moreover, I mean, does he look like a threat to you? I don't like.
Uh,
This guy.
He's a special kind of stupid.
you want to buy a rock?
Oh,
No.
Sure, I got triangle one.
Where are you working?
A big boat.
What's this boat's name?
Big boat. It's big boat.
oh, we're merchant marines. We basically we just put book passage on any sort of freighter that comes through. You know, loading, unloading. Basically, we just work the docks.
First, get on small boat. Then, spend long time on big boat.
Yep, that's exactly what we do.
Give me a. You can roll wisdom or charisma,
Which one of us?
Bill.
Oh shit. Are any of these good for me? Oh yeah. All right, I'll do wisdom.
He's a wise man.
That's a 3. That's a good pass.
Okay. He looks you guys over again, and he's just like, don't linger too long.
You have our word.
And he starts lumbering past you.
Fucking apes. So,
Does he not want to buy rock?
they're stupid. He has rocks in his head, so don't worry about it. He doesn't need any additional rocks.
How does one get rocks in the head? Must try this.
So do we want to bring this guy back to the boat? Do we want to see if he wants to come back to the boat, or do you think that creepy priest guy and the robot like Cyclops will believe us?
Hey, do you want to come back to the boat with us?
Yeah, don't you want to clear your debt with Thaddy, right? Like you should come back and tell him yourself.
Yeah, but like from the distance, do I need to meet him? Do I need like?
Well, he's not on our boat.
He's
Oh.
not on the boat
Different
at the
boat.
moment.
Oh, okay.
You talk to Smokey Doll.
He's worse.
Yeah, he really is.
Mm.
Shit. I
I think
mean,
we're going to need some backup on this one if we're going to get this done. I'm going to head inside real fast.
I guess the position that we're in, you know, Thaddy, right? Like, he's not just going to take our word for it. We need some sort of proof. So you got to give us a name or some reason for them to believe that what you're saying is true. So, you know, either you can come with us or you can give us the name of your source or some sort of proof.
okay. If it clears my name.
Yeah, for sure. Totally. We will tell him 100% that we got the tip from you. Then what he decides from there, I don't know what your debt is, so I don't know if your debt will be cleared, but like we'll
How
for
many
sure
rocks
tell
do
him
you
it's
owe
you.
All right, so you're gonna go look for Baruch and Lumine.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, for
Azure
sure.
and the Golem. That probably shouldn't be hard to spot in town.
Yeah, Percival, like on the way, is just like walking up to random people.
Have you seen Smoky Joe and Big Rock Joe?
They turn their cloaks and quickly scurry away from you.
Well,
I'm going to turn to Ox and say, I think our son's a bit special.
For sure. I'm just gonna grab Percy by sort of the scruff of his collar and just set him up on my shoulder, sort of pirate, like, you know, parrot style,
Yeah.
on perched on my shoulder, and I'm like, you'll be better off there, trust me.
well, no one talk. They're all mute.
They've just never seen anyone quite like you before.
Did Drow get their tongues?
Something like that.
Quite possibly.
Something like that. Yeah.
Drow got some of my toes one time. Got in trouble in city, and he took my toes.
You pull like his boot off. He's missing like 3 toes on his right foot.
I'm surprised you just didn't replace those with rocks. Like those.
Well, no, they're in boot.
He shakes his boot and it rattles.
So you catch up with Baruch and Lumine, who they're seem to be talking with somebody outside the closed office of the Weston Ore Mining Company. And the person, as you approach, they conclude their conversation, and the person leaves.
What's up?
You ready to depart?
We got a job.
Okay. What is it?
Climb on some crystals available.
Yeah, magic rocks.
A large number of them, if our source is correct.
How much time do we have?
2 days before it's to be picked up the shipment, so we have about a day and a half at most.
So he peeks around. He sees the scraggly-haired man, scruffy man. Take it that and then you see his eyes like focus on him. He's like, "I take it that's our source."
He's the one who claims he knows where they are.
Mm-hmm.
Says he'll pay off his debts.
Let's hope so. And the golem slowly moves around you guys and grabs him and picks him up into the air.
And holds
Be
him upside
gentle,
down
big fellow.
Yeah.
by the feet. Perfect. Matches the wonderful. Matches
Is
the
he
card.
dripping?
Best be gentle with him, big fellow. He might have information we need.
And then the Azure's like, "Are you lying to me?" It's like, no. And you can see the golem just like start to squeeze his leg, like, and then you hear a cracking noise.
Oh shit!
It's like, no. And then he just drops him and he crashes to the ground. I think he's telling the truth. Let's go.
He got out lucky, you didn't even take his toes.
This place is heavily guarded to the best of our knowledge.
Sure, it
How
will
many
be.
people we got available?
We'll take what we have from the Blight's bones. I'm sure that there is a way to get in there. We'll recon it and then see if we can extract some crystals.
The more the merrier.
Have you guys gone up against apes before?
Yes.
They're big, dumb, and annoying.
Yeah, I'm
But they're
really itching
capable.
to fight an ape. What's it like?
I'm usually on the other end of the cannon, so I'm not really sure. The golem just smiles.
Also, Percy, we found a use for your rocks. We have cannons, so
Ah,
a whole bunch of it would be like buckshot. It'll be amazing.
So the guy that you met is like in pain. You can see him reach down and look at something in his pocket, and then he just curses, and he's like dragging his foot behind him. Wait up, wait up. I got my dad.
Oh, come here. Now lift him up.
Okay. Oh yeah, good. You're nice and warm.
I beg your pardon.
Come to Keel Town often.
First time. Do you break your bones often?
No.
Oh. Well, it's best not to make a habit of it. And I'm grabbing him right on the collarbone, squeezing.
last
Oh,
time
it's
I knew a
just-
guy broke his leg, they had to cut it off. It was bad.
Feed it to the drow.
Sounds like you're an expert on this. Look at his leg. You think we have to cut it off?
like-
It's not turned purple yet. Not know until it's purple.
He's like, this is
I'm
working.
cool.
It's working. I don't even think about my foot anymore.
I think he's trying to say he likes it rough. So yeah. Right.
Well, that at least someone on this crew does.
You
That's
go
cool.
back to the docks and the ship and board, and Baruch sets a course straight due north to the Laughing Mountains.
Do we have an intelligence officer on board?
No.
No. Okay, that makes sense.
Yep, we're pirates. Like they're yeah, right? Yeah.
Who do we have from the Office of Naval Intelligence available here? Let's see. Like to consult the meteorological services, see if weather's going to change.
So you have been with the crew for about like 10 days, like I said. So your hit points should all be at max. I'm trying to think if there was any. I don't know whoever has that necklace. I don't know. There's a person that has a necklace.
Dustin had it, I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. The necklace.
Were we able to sell any of these other statues we picked up in town?
Yeah, the other idols.
Yeah, the idols.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because I had the Emerald Idol and we had the Amethyst Idol, I think, and
The
We had-
obsidian one.
yeah, there was only one we gave the guy.
Yeah, this would have been a place to sell them.
I've been able to get 1,500 gold for my idol.
No.
Damn. But it's emerald.
Let's see.
What's the price of +1 magic items here?
Be about 75 gold pieces.
So, ooh, not bad, not bad. Things are looking up.
Mhm.
Uh, So if there's anything you plan to do on the ship as it makes its way through a few storms up to these mountains that are basically like just volcanoes sticking out of the water.
I want to find out if anyone has any intelligence on this place we're going to be attacking, if they know anything about it, if they know what the apes might be armed with, how they might be equipped.
You could try Drunk Steve.
Drunk Steve is reliable.
He generally gathers, all the intelligence. So yeah, for sure.
That is true.
It's never far from the grog barrel.
So apes usually carry staves.
Staves?
Staves. Yeah.
Steves?
Drunk Steve.
Steve, you are a weapon of the ape. So at one point, weren't you a bioengineered super weapon?
They are very effective with them. Some claim that some of the staffs they use are magical, and they will cast some sort of magic with them. Baruch has, they've looked for, they know that they've been collecting, the apes collect the crystals, but they're always hard to track down. This sounds like it's a central location they're bringing him to, which he was unaware of.
So if we hit them, we have to grab as much as we can because they're not going to be able to use this location again.
Yeah.
So what do we have? How many of us are there that can go on this trip?
Let's see, with column 3. There's 7 additional personnel plus see, that includes Drunk Steve.
And drunk Steve's our big marksman guy, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he is. He is.
Ex-ranger.
Yeah, he's the artillery.
No, you said marksman.
Yeah, marksman.
Yeah, he's the artillery officer.
I'll call him marksman.
See, I don't know. I don't know that we need a big, strong display of brute force. I was thinking more that we would go in like the wind under cover of darkness, and come out with the stones.
Ox, you are aware that I wear more armor than you weigh, aren't you?
Well, but just oil it really well, grease it up, and it should be fine.
That's not quite how metal works.
Well, I work with wood. I don't,
I'm well aware you work with wood. I've heard you in the evening working with your wood.
The person that gave you the information, his name is Lyle the Slick.
He's a mean one, Lyle the Slick.
I make sticks and rocks into arrows.
So does Lyle actually know anything? I'm sort of, sitting on deck with Lyle and Drunk Steve, and of course, we're knocking back some ale. Does Lyle know anything about the properties of these magical stones, or just that they're magical? Like, is there a specific type of magic? What's the deal with the magical stones, man? Is that why people is that why they're the Laughing Mountains are rumored to have people come back from the dead? Are they necromantic stones?
No, man, no. They're just he picks up he's looking around the deck for like a rock.
Oh,
He's like, I knew you'd help me out there. He's like, the crystals, the rocks have different colors and they have magic properties. You gotta really look at them, you know, think you got to get inside there to figure out what it is first, as I've been told by many a smart person than me. And then it's got the magic in them. And then all the apes were collecting them. That's why we got no, you know, that's why magic pretty much left the world. That's what my pappy told me.
All right.
So to answer your question, Ox, Bill, is that pretty much you need a crystal to cast any type of magic. So anything that is magical that anybody uses has a crystal.
Yep.
And at some point, there was a time, at some point in time, in the past, something was collecting these magic items. Something was siphoning all the magic in the world, and all of a sudden, these crystals started to appear out of the sky, like with an explosion.
Okay.
I wonder
So-
if magic rock make good arrowhead.
Yeah, that actually. Wow. Yeah, Percy. Actually, that's surprisingly, that's a really, really, really good idea. But so magic is kind of like a non-renewable resource, then, right? Like, right?
Yeah,
Sort of.
Yeah, because eventually these crystals, they go the color of the spectrum Roy G. Biv, and once they reach violet, they go dark black, and they're assumed to have no magic in them.
So what I'm hearing is we need to set up a cartel to control the distribution of these crystals, and we could be kings of the world. That's what, like, right? That's what pirates would do. I think that's our plan, right? So all in on the plan to become a crystal cartel and control the supply of the world's magic crystals.
I'm right
Yeah,
here.
rock
The
handle.
vial is in.
All
I don't
right.
think we'll be able to get enough crystals to control the supply, but if we're able to get a large quantity, we can be very rich.
We could at least control this portion of the world until we can bring in other allies. We can build, like, you know, an alliance with other people, and then eventually destroy them, or have them consume themselves, and then we'll control the entire world. It'll be fantastic.
Yeah,
Well, I
ruling
think
the
we-
world through rocks.
Yes, exactly.
It makes perfect sense.
There you go. Yep.
I think the Ape Empire might have something to say about it, considering we're so close to their capital.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if we can commandeer the crystals, like, screw them. What do you want to serve the evil apes? No. Screw those damn dirty apes. We're gonna take back Keeltown, and then from Keeltown, it's a hop, skip, and a jump to, I don't know, Homerville, and then from Homerville, it's just, like, you know, one small leap to the entire continent, and that's what we're doing, because, like, screw these apes. Like, yeah, screw these apes. The man has held us down for far too long. It is time to rise up against our ape overlords.
As much as I love the idea, and I do, make no mistake, I do like the idea a great deal, we're going to have to get some allies first once we have the funding to do so.
Yeah, for sure. That's everybody on this side of the coast is going to want to be our friend if we are controlling the distribution and production of these crystals.
We have to find where they're being produced as well, if possible.
Well, I think they're. Oh yeah,
This
not
is a
mining
storage
them
center.
there. It's a storage center. It's okay. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But
We'll
for
worry
now,
about world domination later. For now, let's just get crystals.
For now, let's just get the crystals. Yeah, for sure.
How big is the obsidian toad, or the obsidian thing? Like, is it big enough if Percival hollowed it out and, like, lopped the head off it, he could wear it as a hat?
The cat idol?
Yeah.
The cat idol
Is
head.
it big enough he could hollow it out and wear it like a helmet?
You know what? Of course it is. Of course you can do that.
Yeah, Percival is spending most of his time just sitting there with his pickaxe, just
Yeah, I'm assuming you've done that the entire time. So
yeah, he's just sitting there just on it. The obsidian chips just flying, just
it's like a helmet with some cat ears on it.
yeah, made of obsidian.
So, first of all, I had no idea you were a fairy.
Huh? It's rock.
Yes.
Rock helmet, good.
It's amazing.
He
Heavy.
like hit himself in the head a couple times.
See, no hurt.
Not like the time the drow came for your toes. Yeah. for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If I had obsidian shoes, no drive cut off toes.
Sounds to me like what you're saying is you need to hollow out more of this idol and start wearing a full suit of obsidian armor.
Yeah, he's just back to chipping away. You've given him ideas.
And it's like it's the tiny little stone hammer from
Yeah.
oh Jesus. The Morgan Freeman movie, the prison movie, blah blah blah, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, they hit the guy
Yeah.
basically carves his way out with a spoon and a little stone hammer. That's exactly
Yeah.
that's what that's
Yeah,
that's exactly what Percy's doing right now. Yep. All right, well, I'm excited. I'm ready to go. I want to take over the world. Let's do it. I know, Clover, you want like strategy and stuff. Like let's just what's the worst that could happen? Like
Torture, enslavement.
that's right. There's a fate worse than death, right? And that is like evil ape overlords. So, worst that happens is, we end our miserable existence on this awful like little shithole of the world. And the best thing that could happen is that we become rich and powerful and are able to be the masters of our own destiny.
Correction. The worst thing that can happen to me is I will die. The worst thing that can happen to you is, well, you don't want to know what apes do to the men they capture.
I don't know. It can't be as bad as what happened to Greg. Like 4 years ago, Greg, he like got bit by a spider, and then he fell down, and the spider laid eggs in his back, and then Greg get back up, and like 3 more weeks, and now spider's crawling on the back of Greg.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
That's
bad.
pretty awful. Like, I suppose that's what happens when you don't, pay your proper tithing to Lolth. Like, right? Is that what happened? Yeah, for sure.
And he had this weird card on him too that showed a death.
He probably had the spider card.
Not a spider's in him. One time I saw it crawl out of his nose.
Oh, that's good. Did you light him on fire to get rid of the spiders?
No, he just kind of fell down one day, and a whole bunch came out.
That's why you have to light them on fire so spiders don't come out.
Okay, so now if Percy goes around lighting people on fire,
So the
we know
spiders
where
don't
it came
come out.
from. You can't say these things in front of him, honey. He's impressionable, and yeah, for sure.
He's young enough. He'll learn.
Drunk
It'll be a
Carl's
good
got his
lesson.
pant leg on fire. Like,
No, not yet. You don't have
You
spiders
said
crawling out
light
of you.
people on fire so spiders don't come out.
No, only if they already have a spider coming out.
How not know?
You'll see it.
That's not what happened to Greg. One day, no spiders. Next day, lots of spiders.
I picture drunk Steve just sitting there, like half drunk with his eyes wide, like, dude, sometimes I feel bugs crawling on my skin too. Like, it's usually after a couple days of no grog, but yeah.
And Greg just have to dig them out when they get in the way.
Lyle's like, is that a spider? Is that a spider? Oh, okay. Thought I saw one.
So everyone wearing glasses has to take their glasses off synchronized to wipe their eyes.
Yeah, it
I hate
happens.
it.
All right, so what are we gonna do, really? Do we want to go in guns blazing, or do we want to slip in silently style and maybe keep most of the stones for ourselves?
We try to sleep in as quietly as we can. However, they're probably going to be watching the landing points. They're probably going to be watching the area, the route to there from the docks. So we need someone to scout out ahead, someone who's sneaky, an expert in espionage and larceny and guile.
That
We
sounds
can
like
use small boat at night.
Percy right there.
Yep.
Hear me out on this one, right? What if we capture ourselves one of those apes?
And then what?
We do like a
You planning on torturing it?
no, I don't want to torture it. But yeah, no, it's not gonna work. All right. Okay. Ixnay the plan to capture the ape.
I can hide in skin like spider.
Hey, wait, okay, wait, Lyle. The caravan, right? In other words, is it all apes that are transporting and guarding the crystals, or do they ever do they use their sort of slaves, their minions, their men to do that?
As far as you know, it's probably the apes that are transporting it to this location. Yeah.
Okay.
You just gave me a great idea, though. If we capture 2 apes and kill them, we can cut their skin off, and then we can wear their skin and walk into the camp that way. First of all, small enough you can join one of us inside the body of a dead ape.
That's true. We are pretty large.
Yeah.
We could probably pass for small apes.
Very much so.
Okay, can we kill that? Can we kill that asshole at the bar though? Can we kill Furious George first, or
I think we're too far on.
Yeah, you're too
road
far.
already.
You're
Oh, okay.
But
All
if we scout ahead and sneak up and kill a patrol of 2 of them, we should be able to wear their
That's true.
skin.
Yeah, for sure. Okay,
That
I'm on.
reminds me of
I'm in on this plan. I'm all in on this plan.
I'm so happy I'm playing a lawful good character.
That
Well,
reminds me
I'm
of
lawful
Tribe
as
Back
well,
Home.
so yeah, it's fine. You know what though? The apes are evil, so it's fine. It's all fine here. So yeah.
I blame Kurt.
Okay. Really? We're in?
Yeah.
We're in on this?
It's the
Huh?
best plan we have for sneaking in. So
It's
we
the
go
only
up.
plan we have.
Yeah, so if we leave in the middle of the night, we can go ahead and probably get an eye on a place they might be hiding out. Then if we take them out from a distance, we should be able to then skin them and put their skin on ourselves and walk in just like a normal guard patrol.
For sure. And our little friend here can see in the dark. So this is shaping
Perfect.
up to be a good plan.
You'll have to scout ahead, Percival. Don't make any sound, though.
Mm.
And let us know when you find their location. Got it?
Mhm.
Good, we're counting on you.
Oh,
so Baruch is all in favor of this plan.
I think everyone's in favor of this plan.
As you guys are just south of the Laughing Mountains, as watching a few of merchant ships make their way towards the area, he says to take Lyle the slip with you.
Yeah, sure. Lyle's kind of growing on me, so yeah, we'll bring Lyle.
Then he's going to give you like a dinghy boat. So in the middle of the night, head out and see if you can execute this capture ape, skin ape, wear ape skin.
This is a brilliant plan. It's yes.
A good plan. I can't see this possibly going wrong as long as no one questions why an ape is clanking in chainmail.
What could just tell them you have arthritis or like lumbago or something. It's my joints. They're just it's
it's
fine.
just rocks on head rolling around.
Peter,
right.
how does my blend into stone ability work? I don't know where to find how that kind of stuff works.
I don't know if that is I don't know if you actually have to roll for that or not.
I don't know. It popped up when I made the character sheet. It just says
Yeah,
like my
I'll
ability,
have to-
skills, and weapons and stuff.
I'll have to
There's a
look.
whole gaggle of them in here, like blend into stone, defensive bonus, detect construction, illusion resistance, infravision, light sensitivity, speak with earth elementals, stone murmurs, using magic items.
Enormous erection.
A whole bunch of them.
Yep.
Smurf Midland.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a 4 and 6 chance in gloomy conditions and 2 and 6 in well lit conditions. Ability to go unnoticed when in an environment of natural or carved stone. So this
Mm.
the whole area you're going to would count because this is
Yeah.
all like volcanic rock.
Yeah.
Especially
So
your
you're
helmet.
basically invisible. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
This is a good plan. I hide with rocks
Mhm.
Let's row ourselves
while
out there.
wearing rocks.
Well, let's row ourselves out there and get ready.
Rockception.
Oh,
All right, Lyle, how you feeling, buddy?
Great. Never better. He reaches
Nice.
into his pocket, pulls out, looks at his card. He's like, yeah, great. Really good.
I got you. I do the same thing. I pull out my card, make sure it's still the
Yeah,
casino,
you still have
and,
you still
yep.
have the fortune.
Yep, the
wheel of
fortune.
fo-
Yep.
The wheel of fortune. Yep.
Nice. Shot of rum. I hand my flask around to anyone else. You clearly we're pirates now. This is what we do.
oh,
Yeah, but you get a little bit, Percy, a little bit, buddy.
I'm going
This
to
is
need a
big
clear head for
blast.
this.
All right. So you head out into the boat into the night
Yep.
towards the shore. It's about probably about an hour of rowing.
That's fine.
As you can see, just very few faint lights
Say anything.
on the
quiet.
islands.
I'm discussing the intricacies and the technique behind cutlass warfare with Lyle. So the cutlass, is it really as cool as it looks? And is it like, do you have to have a cutlass to be a pirate? Because I got to be honest, I feel kind of naked without a cutlass. So yeah.
Oxlyle, be quiet, please. Sound travels further at night.
So
Why am I the only one rowing this, by the way?
I was wondering why I wasn't getting tired.
Percival's got like his little pickaxe out and he's just like not really achieving anything.
I have
Careful,
18
don't
strength
fall
for a
in.
reason.
Be careful, don't fall in, Percy. You're wearing stone, so you'll the sink. That old saying, "Sink like a stone." Yeah, be careful.
So we're at night, and so Percival, give me a wisdom roll.
Boy. That is not a success. That is a 19. I need a 5.
Wait, your wisdom is 5?
5.
My
I guess that
intelligence
just
is
sunk
9.
in. Like, yeah, okay, it's fine.
Yeah, strength is 8, intelligence is 9, wisdom's 15. Or I mean,
Nice.
wisdom's 5.
Nice.
Dex and
So-
con are good though.
You're getting close to the shore, and Clover, you're rowing, and all of a sudden it becomes real difficult to row. Like something is grabbing onto one of the oars,
I'm gonna take a look and see if I see anything.
and you see a huge like crab claw stuck to the oar, has grabbed onto it. We will roll initiative.
Ooh,
That
I'm
is-
so
Ooh,
excited.
I'm good at that.
We got one initiative roll for the group.
Yeah, that is
Oh,
5 plus.
You go first.
Yeah, it's like 5 plus. What is it? Dex mod is. Where'd my Dex mod go? I have a 16. What's that make my Dex mod?
Plus
Oh,
one.
you-
I think it's supposed
Plus
to-
1.
Yeah, +1.
So we have 6. Yeah.
Crab in the water.
All
I'll shoot
right.
at it with my bow.
Yeah, there's this. You see the now you can see like this crab it's monstrous. It's right up on the side of the boat.
Try and hit it in its eyes
Okay.
with my bow. That is a 12 to hit.
Yeah, and you see your arrow go ding off and lands in the water somewhere.
It's hard.
I'm gonna let go of the. I'm gonna pull up the oar that he's not holding on to, pull out my sword, and then just whack it in the face.
Okay.
Let's see here. Ooh, that's a nat 20.
All right.
Ooh,
Ooh.
ooh to the woo. So that is 8 plus 5 plus 2, so 15 points of piercing damage
All right.
if I
tell-
hit.
What? Yeah, natural 20 hit. So
Okay.
tell me how it dies.
I'm holding the oar with one hand, and I go ahead and just go away, and stab it right in the face.
See, you hear a popping noise, and it lets go of the oar, and it's just limp, just floating on the water.
Does anyone have butter?
No, but
Unfortunately, I didn't bring.
Percival's definitely like, got his eye stalk and he's like sawing it off with a knife. Like,
Gluten.
For sure. I agree.
start munching on a crab eyeball.
Now start rowing again.
Yeah. You start rowing, and you see like a light moving down like a trail towards where the boat is. Like it's maybe somebody holding a lantern. Percival would see there's this enormous figure walking down like a trail towards where the boat is about to land.
Gotta be a guard.
Greet them then. Everyone have a bow? No, just me and Percival.
I do not have a bow. Yeah. Sorry.
That's all right. Wait until the ape gets closer,
Exactly.
and we'll fire.
I have to get on shore and like sneak up and like shoot arrow, knock out his torch.
I'm not worried. Well, knocking out his torch would harm us more than anything else.
What if we just yell like, "Hey," and draw him out towards us? Hey,
Well, he's
we need
already
help.
coming towards us.
Right, but I guess what I'm saying is like if we throw him off guard, if we yell for help.
Well, the idea is
Also
not to go
tries to
ahead.
run.
The idea is not to alert everyone here that we're here.
Yeah,
What if he
valid.
tries to run?
If once we get to shore and he's close, we'll fire at him with the bows, and then we'll start advancing on him as well. We'll use his light as an aiming target for when we're shooting the bows, because most of us can't see in the middle of the night.
Okay. So he is like clearly on the shore, this rocky shore, as you are rowing up to where he is.
How far away is he?
He's probably 50 yards away.
Okay. Keep advancing slowly. What's the range of a bow again? A longbow. I don't have the OSE thing.
A longbow, I believe, is 90 feet. A short bow is 60 feet. I believe.
Okay. So we have to get within 20 yards then. So I'll keep rowing us slowly towards him. My bow sitting on my legs. Ready to fire when needed. But first I'll ask, I'll whisper to Lyle, is your contact an ape?
Contact? What are you talking about?
How did you know where these were?
There was somebody in a prison.
Okay. In that case, he dies.
So, what kind of bow you got?
I've got a longbow.
Same.
So we
you're
can fire at 30 yards.
no, you're 71 to 140 feet would be your mid range. You
Okay.
could try. You could go up to 210 feet, but you would
That
suffer
would get a negative.
penalty.
Yeah.
right.
We're not gonna. That's actually a good question. How many feet does the lantern cast light?
I don't know. Also, I don't think that Percy can use a longbow.
30 feet.
It was
30
an
feet.
option.
30
A
foot
longbow
radius.
for a gnome?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it was an option when I was going through the random character creator thingy.
Okay.
Mm.
So you said it had 30 feet of light, Peter?
30-foot radius. Yeah.
Okay, and apes don't have dark vision, correct?
No, that is not a common trait among apes. However, doesn't mean that they haven't learned to adapt.
Well, we can wait until we're within. I'll get us within, let's say, 70 feet, so we're at short range with the bow.
Okay.
So we should have no disadvantage of any kind.
What's your infravision, Percival?
I don't know the range on it. It just says I have in provision.
Okay.
It doesn't. It didn't give me the rules for that in the character sheet.
I'm just going to use the lantern light as, a target marker.
Yours is 90 feet. So yeah, you can see him. You can see he has got a staff in one hand and he's holding up a lantern like this. You can clearly see it's an ape.
It's definitely a dirty ape.
We have to kill him in the first volley then.
Right. I don't have faith that the first volley is going to kill him. He seems too big to have arrows take him down. Do you want me to sort of SEAL Team 6 my way to the beach as you fire on him, and then I can come up out of the water?
Maybe we wait until he's like almost to the shore and then we shoot.
We
I
have
still
to do it before 30 feet, because then he'll see us.
Yeah, but like we let him start swimming while we sit still, and when we see him just about to the shore, then we let loose.
That's what
Why
I'm
would
saying.
he
Me,
stop?
like,
Oh, you.
yeah,
Okay.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, Axe, he swim good,
Can you
I
swim?
think.
I actually can swim. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I'll deploy the ox.
All right. How deep is the water here, Peter? About approximately?
It's probably about 15 feet deep at this point.
Okay.
Now, Ox, remember, be careful. There are giant crabs in there.
Yeah, there are. And I kind of feel like maybe I need to remove my armor. I don't know. I mean, I could swim, but I don't know that I can swim with chainmail on. You know what I'm saying? All right. Screw it. Ox strips down to his skivvies and drops into the water.
I'm going to turn to Percival and say,
And the water's cold. It's just shrinkage.
somehow I thought the bolt would be more impressive.
It looks like mound.
Yours is a bit bigger.
I'll start sort of swimming as quietly as I can, kind of breaststroking my way to the shore.
Great sword in your teeth.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me, I'll let you do strength or dex.
I will do strength for sure.
Do wisdom.
That's a 6.
Okay.
And my strength is 15. So
Yeah, you're able to maximize your strokes, so you're moving along
okay.
smoothly on the water, not making there's not a lot of splash.
Okay. And I'm just sort of using the lantern as a landmark. I'm just right.
Oh yeah.
It's really good at doing really long, hard strokes.
All right. So getting closer to the shore.
Yeah, Percival,
40
since
feet
Percival
down.
can see him, see Ox in the water, he'll wait until Ox is within range to be able to like get on shore and go after the ape, and then he'll let loose.
We have to remember the ape will be able to see him 30
Yeah.
feet out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Once it looks like Ox is about to get to the edge of where the ape can see, Percival will let loose and let
Okay.
arrow fly.
I'll get my arrow ready.
On my mark.
All right. You will get the jump on him as he is just kind of watching you come in.
Mark.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
Okay. Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, that's not bad with a nat 20.
Yeah, I rolled an 18.
Okay. 2 hits for
Ooh,
sure.
excuse me.
What's the damage dice on these again?
I believe they're D8s. I think aren't longbows D8s. I think they kept most of the damage dice are the same. Crossed. But I'm not sure.
Well, if it's a D8, that's an 8.
Crits are max damage plus a rolled die, right?
Right.
Yeah, so that is 8, 9, 10 points of damage.
Yeah, that's.
You
I have
add
a
your
plus
dex mod,
1.
right? Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
you add your dex modifier to missile attack, so that is 12 then.
It's a 9 for me.
9 and 12. Okay. Roll.
You may have dropped the ape.
Give me a percentage roll.
32.
Okay. You just look real impressive doing it. I mean, it's a really good shot.
Yeah, I'm like George Washington, Washingtoning the bow. Like,
Yep. Um,
Or arrows are D6, by the way, just for future
Oh.
reference. I figured. No, I mean it's like right.
oh, you're right. Yeah, I remember looking at that now when I was
Yeah.
buying arrows.
I don't have the book in front of me.
yeah, that's cool. That's fine. So you land 2 really good shots. Strike him, hit him twice. He kind of looks around and he takes his staff and raises it up the air, and it
Shit.
illuminates this like red glow that just covers the side of the mountain side, and it must go out like 100, 200 feet. It just lights everything up. So we can roll initiative.
That is 4.
Even with your bonus?
Yeah, I rolled a 3.
So he yells something in like the apes speak. They have their own language, but it's kind of based on like common uses some of the words. So he yells out something, and he takes that staff and he aims it at the boat, and a streak of fire sets forth and hits the boat. Both of you guys can give me a dex roll.
Oh, good. I'm good at those.
Yep,
Yeah, that's a pass with an 8 out of 16.
that's a pass.
You both jump out. Oh, let's see. What about Lyle here? You both jump out of the way, and Lyle's like, ah! He jumps out of the way as the streak of fire hits the boat and just incinerates it. Pieces of the boat go flying everywhere.
Oh, I'm trying to swim in plate mail now. This should be fun.
You can hear a chorus of resounding callbacks as he is yelled out. You're
We're
up.
so screwed. So my chainmail is sinking to the bottom of the bay right now. And so yeah. Do you want to handle them first, Peter? Because I think they're just doing movement at this point, right?
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah.
Mhm. Yep. Swimming as hard as Percival's little legs can take him.
So you guys can both get. I'll let you give me a strength or a dex roll for
Oh, definitely Dex.
I'll let you do that.
Oh, easy
Well,
pass with the
that
string.
is just a pass with a 15.
Do I have any minuses because I'm in full plate with a shield and sword, Peter?
Um,
Unless it's minus 15, it shouldn't affect me in my roll.
what'd you roll?
I rolled a 3.
Okay. Let me just check.
Damn, you got an 18 in strength, bro.
She thick.
There's a. I thought there was a little swim. Talk about swimming.
Your natural buoyancy is probably pretty good from all that muscle mass.
Yes, you do have negatives, but that roll allows you to keep your head above water. So you are breathing. Your head's above water. We come to Ox.
Ox is just gonna pull the two-handed sword from his teeth and go in screaming.
All right.
I really don't have any other option. Oh man, this is bad. Okay. I have no armor. I'm so a naked man. That's a 16, by the way.
That hits.
All right. 8 plus, hold on. Plus 1. 9. So 9 points of death. So Ox, naked, dripping wet, comes shrieking at the ape. So essentially this hairless ape is attacking the ape. Runs up and just like cleaves his two-handed sword into the ape's collarbone.
All right. He grimaces. Ugh. It
What's his
is
favorite collarbone?
the next initiative round.
Okay, I'll give that a try.
Roll high.
6 plus 1, so 7.
All right, you go first.
How far is shore for us? We were about 30 feet away when we fired.
Yeah, so you're probably 20 feet away.
Is there like a shore rock sticking out of water that Percival could get on top of?
I mean, there as you get closer to the shore, there are rocks. Yes.
Yeah, Percival make for one of those.
Okay. So yeah, should find the swim checks. Strength or dex once more, as you are.
Ooh, that is a really good pass with like 3 out of 16.
It's a 5 out of 18.
Okay, so swimming. Characters move half their normal rate when swimming.
What's the normal rate? 30 feet or?
Yeah, what is normal movement?
I have no idea.
What is normal?
Both of you passed. You both managed to swim up and are like, I would say Percival, you could like get up on like a rock sticking out of the water, and Clover is like grabbed a rock and is like grabbing onto it, trying not to fall into the ocean. The sea was angry that day, my friends.
But I
yeah,
still have enough action left to be able to shoot a bow, or is that about it?
That would be about it.
Okay.
So Ox, you're up.
Does the ape even look hurt?
Does he?
Like-
Yeah, he is bleeding where you cut him,
Okay.
and the arrows. He's definitely injured.
All right.
He's, like,
Because I don't.
Boromir
I guess
Enoch
what I'm
right
saying
now.
is I don't. I'm trying to figure out whether I want to crack the staff or if I want to attack him. But I think I'm just gonna. I'm gonna swing for the fences again. I'm going straight for his dirty, filthy ape head. That's an 18. So 5 plus 6 points of damage. I'm naked. It's shrinkage, guys. Like, I mean,
Stop
You
waving it
hack
around
at him
then.
again. He's bleeding. And then he turns the glowing red staff and turns to hit you with it.
Did his sword
Won't
get
be
smaller?
hard.
Let's see. That would
Unlike
be
you.
a 12.
Yeah, that's a hit for sure. I am unarmored with an armor class of 9 currently. So
How many
yeah,
hit points do you have?
I have 7.
Okay. You see him swing and he just clocks Ox right in the head. He knocks him. You can see he just collapses to the ground.
Oh shit, guys! Ox died.
Yep.
Well,
What's his name now?
at least I died thinking I was going to take over the world. So
Well, that's something.
yeah,
You could play
exactly.
what's his name now? I just forgot his name with the bum leg.
Lyle.
Lyle, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Mhm.
first of all, I believe you're rolling again for
Yes.
initiative.
That is a 6. 5 + 1.
So it is their go.
Oof.
You see, so from your angle, you can see a couple more lights coming down this mountain, getting closer. And as he staggers over, and he's like, "We have your friend. Surrender."
I can't speak. I'm struggling not to drown.
Percival's just trying his best to look like a rock.
Does he look like Dwayne the Rock Johnson?
No response.
Percival's looking at Clover to see what Clover's thinking. So have 2 more of them come down like they're right there, or are they still on
Like
the way?
next turn, they will be in the fray.
Hmm.
So Lyle just he's like, "We're good, man." He comes up to the rocks. "We're good, man. We And the ape just kind of steps right in front of him, just clubs him in the head, and he just collapses to the ground.
Percival's gonna like look at Clover and just point down. Then Percival kind of like tuck himself on the backside of the rock and try and use his blend into stone ability.
Okay.
Did they point at us at all when he said that, or did he just kind of like gesture out in front of him?
He was looking in the general direction where the boat, was
Yeah.
still burning a little bit.
Yeah, so Percival kind of hunkered down trying to hide. That's gonna be
Okay.
it's gonna be it's a D6, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right, and it's dark, so that is so it's how much out of 6?
So 4 out of 6. You
4 out
want
of 6, so I got a 1.
Okay, yeah. So you
Okay.
just kind of become one with the rock.
I'm gonna take a deep breath and just fall beneath the waves. So I'm making my way around the rock.
I am the rock is with me. I am the rock is with me. I am the rock is with me.
I thought you were a leaf on the wind. Make up your damn mind.
All right. So you're just gonna
Yeah,
go
they don't know
underneath
how
the water?
many of us survived that blast, so hopefully they decide it's just
Just the 2 of them.
yeah, just the 2 of those 2. Or maybe the 3rd
Just
drowned,
the
you know.
2 of us.
How long can I hold my breath for, Keisha, in this game? I know in 5e it's a minute plus your con modifier.
Yeah, something ridiculous like that. Yeah. Give me a strength or a con roll.
I can do strength. That's a 4 out of 18.
They don't
Okay.
call her iron lungs for nothing.
Yeah, you're able to take a big gulp of air and just kind of you kind of naturally sink.
Yeah, the plate mail doesn't hurt. Yeah, right.
All right.
Yeah, they didn't wait to ask him questions before knocking Lyle out, so as far as they know, if they don't find anybody else struggling to shore, maybe we might get lucky.
All right. So about 15 minutes pass. So go ahead, Clover, give me a con or a strength roll.
For
All right. So you managed to grab up onto some rocks that are sticking out and like come up out of the water and use the rocks to kind of like, because it's not just pure ocean. You can see that there are a couple lights that aren't like right here. They've kind of moved, and Ox and Lyle are nowhere to be seen. They're gone.
They're staying down for now.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Percival's waiting until like the area clears.
Okay. And on that note, we'll take a break.
You know, who knew that apes were going to be that strong? I mean, come on.
He had over 50 HP.
We had to take a shot. No risk, no reward.
I can tell why Lyle was abandoned by the crew and hated by everyone.
Hey, at least the ship didn't open fire and blow both Ox and everybody up.
That is true.
Okay. So how long are you going to wait? Because they're hanging like right around this area. You can see the lights are.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, Clover, you're just kind of on some of the rocks, probably like 15 feet away from the shore, but nestled in the rocks, in the water, holding on, out of sight, as they're chatting, talking. There's some discussion about, checking out the water and something about they don't want to deal with crabs. And to go get some of the
How big was the crab that we killed and how far was it from the shore?
it was probably half the size of your boat.
Oh, that's far too big for Percival to move. Never mind.
Of your rowboat.
Yeah.
That's
Still far too big for Percival to move.
Yeah, right.
So I guess Percival's gonna try and pick his way over to where Clover is. Sticking to
Okay.
rocks, kind of shuffling his way along real slow.
Okay, give me a d6 roll.
All right. That is a 4.
You successfully make that. They don't really seem to notice. You can see there's a couple people now. They look human, and they've just got like some shorts on, and one guy's got like a spear or whatever, and they just bark at him, and the two of them just started like teetering on the rocks, and they jump and dive in, and they start swimming around, checking stuff out.
Percival's gonna point to see where I'm picturing in my head where the apes are at is west of us. Like the shore would be the west side, straight along the shoreline going along the shore would be the north, and then east is out to the ocean, right?
Well, think of like you're here,
Yep.
and the apes are like up here on the shore, probably like 15, 20 feet away. And they just sent 2 people down over here somewhere where they last saw the pieces.
Yeah, so I'm thinking if this is the shore and we're, out in the water, I'm thinking we go this way along the shore trying to get away from where everything is.
Okay.
And Percival kind of like, now that he's up right in front of Clover, just kind of pointing that way and do this and point that way.
All right.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try making well, it's better if I just dive down again and use my hand as a guide along the shoreline and the rocks.
Okay. So just
That's safer for me.
give me a con roll.
Ooh, it's a con.
Well, con or strength if you're just gonna, because you guys said there were rocks and stuff there, so it's
Not terrible. That's 12.
okay.
That's a 2 for my blend with stone.
Okay, yeah, you guys are able to move along the rocks and under the water and along the shore, moving away. You can see that you can hear these two guys communicating out into the water, swimming around like there's pieces of the boat or something. Yeah, I think there's something down here in the water. It's heavy.
Trying to haul up the chainmail.
That's Ox's armor. Yeah, right.
So Ox, you come too. You're like sitting with your hands tied behind your back up against some rocks, and there's an ape, two apes standing there looking at you, and Lyle is next to you, same deal. He's like, oh man, what do you think they're going to do to us? What do you think they're going to do to us, Ox?
Relax. It's going to be fine. Lyle, like, calm down. Just calm down. You know, because it was only the both of us. So at least everyone else, you know, is still safe. You know, we're the only two that were stupid enough to come out here. So, yeah.
Yeah. He looks at you. He's like, stupid. Yeah, we were really dumb. There was only two of us were
Only
stupid.
us two. Yeah, right. Yep, for sure.
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't tire myself out from rowing, though. I would have never made it to shore. So you can see Lyle is clearly panicked.
How, like, I'm just going to try to wiggle the ropes a little bit on my wrists. Do they feel really tight? Or like, do they feel like they were well knotted?
Yeah, it feels like somebody who knew what they were doing.
Okay, for sure. No shells, stones, anything that I'm leaning up against that I could perhaps begin to rub the ropes against. You know, like some shale stone or seashells or something that I could possibly, anything that sort of has an edge.
Give me a wisdom roll. Ox is very wise.
Ox is pretty wise. I can do that. That's a 9. My wisdom is 16. So,
you know, you're up against these rocks. You know that if you just move your arm like a little bit certain way, that the rock is a little bit sharp. You could probably, with a little effort, over time, probably cut these bindings.
Okay, so I'm gonna sort of keep eye contact with the apes. I'm not trying to instigate them or upset them,
Right.
but I'm sort of maintaining eye contact so it doesn't look like I'm trying to do anything shifty. And I will begin to sort of rub my wrists against the stone, and then and I'll say as I'm doing it, oh my back, like I'm sore, like yeah. So,
oh, if your back sore, I do massages.
Keep your hands off, you damn dirty apes.
So walking up this pass, you can hear the water like lapping up against the rocks and stuff. So you know you're not that far from the shore. But they have the lanterns with them. And you see a figure who is not an ape walk up. He's got in like some kind of black outfit. He's got like boots that go up to his knees and a long coat. And he looks just annoyed.
About how many apes are there around me right now?
There's two directly right in front of you, and you've heard a third one kind of behind you, like there's like a trail that goes above you. He's like, you can hear him walking.
Okay. I'm going to sort of, looking at the apes, I'm going to yell out like as loud as I can, sounding sort of angry, right? I'm going to be like, oh, you needed 3 or 4 of you just for us two? In the hopes that Clover and Percy can hear that.
Yeah. Clover and Percy hear, you hear Ox yell that.
I hear Ox. Just a little bit.
Way to see where he was and get above him. Maybe there's some rocks we can push down on top of all of them.
That's what I was thinking.
Travel up north and see if you see anything.
He'll begin making his way like up the cliffside, trying to scurry along the rocks and whatnot.
Okay, so give me D6 and then Dex roll.
All right.
I'll let you do Dex or Strength.
Dex or strength. All right, that's a success on the D6, and I'll use Dex because I am terrible at strength, and that is a success with a 12 out of 16.
Okay, you're able to do that. You're kind of like moving around. So Ox, this he looks human as he gets real close to you and kind of looks at you, and he looks at the apes. He's like, "How many did it take to capture these two?" So,
my thoughts exactly.
Do you need a drink, friend?
Actually, I do. Yeah, I wouldn't mind one at all. Thanks.
He reaches in and hands and takes a flask, and you drink it. It tastes like whiskey or something.
Nice. I was gonna spit it back in his face, but since it's whiskey, I'll swallow it down. For sure. Oh Jesus! It's not Bear Grylls, all right? It's not Bear Grylls.
I don't know. By the way he's dressed, he sounds like Bear Grylls.
So when he speaks, he has sort of a human dialect, no accent. He doesn't. He doesn't look like an ape at all.
Oh no, he looks human.
So I take the swig of the whiskey and I kind of just like look up at him. And by the way, I'm still sort of rubbing my wrists, and I'm like, really? I mean, everyone has a price, but I hope yours was high, my friend, because this is just low.
Low. What
Low.
do you mean?
Well, don't play stupid with me. You're one of them. If you like, you're serving the ape overlords.
You're a means to an end.
And Ox's eyes sparkle up a little bit. Are you controlling this sort of way station?
You see him glance at the two apes and then look back at you. He's like, no, I'm just here to secure, make sure the delivery gets made.
Maybe we can cut a deal.
Interesting. What's your proposition?
Well, the way I see it, clearly they're incapable, right? Like clearly they're incapable. And not to mention they're damn dirty apes. So like, what say you and I cut them out? I have a ship waiting. I can't tell you where, but I have a ship waiting. We could make off with all of these crystals. And yes, I'm fully aware that there is a shipment of crystals and it's going to be picked up shortly. And I might also add that everyone else on my ship is fully aware that there's a full shipment of crystals and that it's going to be picked up shortly. You could be one of us. One of us.
Who are you?
Well, we're not servants of the damn dirty apes. We're free men. Free men we are.
Okay.
Gordon Freeman.
Okay, you're a free man, yes. And why have
Well,
you come here to?
I
get the
was a
shipment?
free man. Right now, I seem to be slightly less than free. But I assure you that this is only a temporary inconvenience. The way I see it, you could side with us and live, or you could continue down the path that you're on. And when the 1,000 men that I have on the ship come to storm this stronghold, you could die with the apes.
I'm not going to die with these apes. Do you have access to these crystals?
I know that's where you come in, my friend. That's your part of the bargain.
I'm here for the pickup.
Right. So you pick it up just like normal, and we'll take care of the rest. Slide on in, pick it up, load up, have the apes load up the wagon, ride out like normal, and we'll take care of the rest.
You Totekians are so amusing. He kind of just like pats you on the shoulder, and as he does that, you can see that he has a tattoo on his forearm of a fist. We'll talk. And as he kind of looks at them, and as he does that, he kind of drops something right next to you, which is a knife, and he just
Nice.
he walks away.
Okay, can I sort of try to quickly cover it with my legs or something?
Yeah, give me a dex roll.
This is to see how dummy thick you are.
I failed horribly. My dex is 6.
Oh, he's not that thick, is he?
No, not at all. I rolled a 16. My dex is 6. So
Okay.
I clearly failed. Lyle, cover that fucking knife. Do it now.
Give me a roll for Lyle.
All right.
I've got his stats in front of me.
Lyle rolled an 8.
That his dex is an 8.
Okay, so all right.
So Lyle just kind of flaps around and he's like laying on it. Oh yeah. Something.
Lyle's head's in his lap, like
Old football injury.
So as the two apes like heard something and like descend, like what the hell happened? They just see you and Lyle and they're just like, oh, these humans, God, disgusting.
And Ox sort of yells out like at the apes again, like angrily. Yeah, so it's good to see that you're working with some humans, that you're not all apes. They're not all apes here.
do I hear him?
Yes.
Everyone
I-
hears him.
Can I like figure out how far, like where is he at in comparison to me?
Yeah, you would figure he's probably like 50 feet away.
All right, so I'll start picking my way over to where that sound came from.
Okay. Give me one more d6 roll.
2.
Yeah, so you look over there, you can see that there is one ape like patrolling probably like 20 feet above him, like on a trail. He's just kind of like going back and forth. And there are two that are right near him, probably like 20 feet away. They're just kind of looking, talking to each other. And he is up against this rock, a sheer rock wall. And Lyle is just like in his lap, like it's like he's got Tourette's or something.
So the apes that are the two apes that are standing in front of them, so like the two apes that are watching them, they'd be a little bit further back towards the edge of the trail, right?
Yeah, they're on like the edge. Yeah.
How does it look like the trail's kind of undercut at all where I'm at?
It gets a lot. There's rocks, so it's not like you could knock them and they fall down.
Is it a slope or is it like a cliff?
It's more like rocky, and then it goes down into the water.
Okay.
So it's a gradual. It's very gradual.
Okay. Would I be able to sneak around and try and get above them? get above Ox and Lyle.
That would mean you'd have to get past them, cross the path, get
Mhm.
past them, get up the rocks, and kind of get past the other guy too. So there'd be a couple checks. You could try it. There'd be a couple checks involved though.
Let's see here. Well, first I'd like to I'd like to kind of make my way towards the edge of things and find like a
Mhm.
particularly nice big rock.
Okay.
And
You don't need to roll
see,
for that. You can figure
yeah,
that out.
see if there's any way it looks like I could try and maybe move a couple rocks out from underneath it and make it so it rolls down into the water and makes a lot of noise.
Yeah, I mean you're
Dipping away at the front.
Yeah, just
yeah, you can do that. Yeah, easily.
yeah. So I tried like to make a big ass rock just go tumbling down to the water, and then I'll move the other way away from that rock, see if maybe I can get the apes to go and look and see what just happened over there.
Yeah, it rolls in the water in one, looks at the other one. So what the hell is that? Place is unstable.
Yeah, while
Damn
they're
engineers.
talking and stuff, I'm gonna use that moment to try and get up above.
Okay, so give me a dex roll
All right,
as you get up and run across the path.
that's a 12. That's a success.
Okay. Then I want you to give me a d6 roll as you kind of blend in with the rocks.
All right, that's a 4.
Okay. Yeah. So you're gone. One of them just kind of looks and is like, "Did you see something?" It's like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, and you see him begin to walk in your direction, and he's looking around. He like looks straight at you, doesn't see you, and he's like, "I swear I seen something."
I'll wait until they like go back to where they've been standing for a while.
Okay.
And
they
then
go back
see if
and-
there's another rock I could try and like loosen and get it to fall and see if it'll crush them.
Which one?
So are they how far apart from each other are they?
I mean, they're just they're probably like 5 or 6 feet, like enough to have a conversation. So what, you want to drop a rock down on them?
Yeah, I want to see if they're far apart, I'll probably try and like undermine it so like a good section of rock just slides down this mountainside. Because if they're up against the rock face, any rock coming down should, for the most part, bypass my allies.
Right. You could either catch one or the other. You're not gonna be able to catch
Okay.
both of them unless
Um,
you want to just think Ox can take it.
No, I'll go for just one of the apes then.
Okay.
Try and undercut some rock and make it all shift so he just gets taken out by a torrent of falling rock.
So what's your first Smurf nibblings? Let me look here. What your main stat is?
Right now I'm a Dex, I think is my main stat.
Yeah, but for these guys, it's kind of prime requisite is strength. Interesting. So I'll let you make a strength roll as you're just like, pull a rock out.
Yep. Ooh, come on.
3.
It's an 8. That's a 4.
Yes.
It's that adrenaline endorphin rush.
Right.
So you managed to pull this rock out. A bunch of them just kind of tumble down, and one of the apes tries to get out of the way. He steps, slips, falls backward onto the rocks, and like tumbles down. The other ape is like, "What the?" And he like runs over to try to help him as he's has fallen down.
Yeah. While he's trying to help him, I'll jump down and try and free the two.
Okay. So Ox, you see appearing out of nowhere is Percival.
Oh.
Percy, holy shit, I'm so glad to see you. There's a knife. There's a knife right there under Lyle. Cut our binds. Cut our
You're
binds quick.
shoving Lyle out the way.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Get your hands off me, you damn! Oh wait, you're not an ape.
Yeah, I'll cut him free.
Okay.
I think we make a beeline for the woods, right? Like, I guess what I'm saying is I'm at 1 hit point. I have no armor on, and I have a D4 dagger with which to attack with. I think we need to regroup. Well, we might have an ally too, right? Like, maybe, sort of, kind of. Like, the knife came from, so he's human. I don't know that we can trust him, but he did leave me the knife. Where's Clover? So let's beeline to where Clover is. Do you know where Clover is?
Where I left her.
Okay, so yeah, valid. So I follow Percy. I'm assuming that Lyle is probably frightened and is gonna follow Percy as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll try and lead him back as carefully as I can. It's like least heavily viewed path back. Try and get him, kind of take him along the trail I went.
I'm gonna try to bleed as little as possible. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
All right, you're gonna let you guys make a dex or a wisdom roll.
All right. That's a success.
Thank you, by the way, benevolent DM. That's a 11. My wisdom is 16. So also, why I should have been a cleric. I just realized now that anyway. So yeah, right.
Maybe that's what Ox does. He finds Jesus now.
that is exactly what happens.
So as the apes are kind of like, they realize that you are gone. You make it back into the water, I would assume, into the rocks.
Yeah, down, trying to lead him the way that I snuck off with Clover, trying to get
So yeah,
over to
back
there.
into the water. And
Is it salt water? Ox is like,
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Ew, oh, it stings.
You can see the lights of the apes are scurrying around because now they realize the 2 prisoners are missing, and they're just you can hear them yelling at each other, communicating.
So the question is, do you think that there are more that are going to come? Like, what's the next step? What's plan B?
What's the story you have for us?
So I saw 3, right? 2 that are definitely apes, one that was actually a man. He claims to have been simply the transporter, the guy who was coming to pick up the shipment. Again, I don't know necessarily that we could believe him, but I think he can be an ally. He actually threw me the knife. He left me the knife.
In that case, Percival and I haven't been seen yet. Let's find some place on land we can hide out and dry off. Afterwards, me and Percival can go ahead and approach the apes and tell them we're here to speak with the transporter. If we're here on official business, they'll let us in no matter what. Once we're inside, we'll be better able to assess the situation.
Are they going to believe that Percy is like a dock worker, or
I'm a rock expert.
We're here to see the transporter. They don't need to know what our business is with him. Just that we need to see him. We've been told to come here.
I'm rock expert. I got quality of rock.
If he's on our side, then he'll understand immediately and have us come in.
Valid. But he doesn't know you.
He doesn't need to.
Okay. All right. This is clearly a better plan than wearing ape skin suits. So yeah, for sure.
My plan, just walk in the front door and say we're here to meet some guy.
Okay.
Did he give you his name?
I don't know. If he did, I honestly don't remember. Lyle, did he happen to mention his name?
I was freaking out too much. I didn't catch anything.
Okay. I honestly don't think that he gave us his name.
Did he look like?
He's kind of like, looks kind of like an ape. He's a big guy. He was a big guy, and I think Lyle and I both sort of mistook him for an ape until he got a little bit closer to come talk to us, and then I realized that he was human. So he's a big guy.
And what he told you?
Well, he called me Tactonian, something. He called me. So he's got to be a local guy. Totechian, he called me.
Totechahedron, of course. Well,
If any of you want make an intelligence roll, you can.
oh boy, I would love to.
That's a big fat fail for Ox. I have an intelligence of 10. I rolled a 17. So
Sounds like a
Intelligence.
mushroom.
Ooh, I have an intelligence of 9. I rolled a 7.
Ooh.
What'd you get, Percival?
I have an intelligence of 9 and I rolled an 18.
Okay, Clover. You did. I mean, that is a term you have heard people use in general. Totech is supposedly the god that created this world and all the other gods, and they refer to and it is. He does. He, she, it does have followers. They call themselves Totechians, but they're more.
So there you go. Ox didn't find Jesus. I found Totech. So there
There
you
you
go.
go. He's a cleric now.
Yep.
Mhm.
I heal myself.
Physician, heal thyself. That's the name of the god who created this world.
You do what I do when I get hurt. Now chew on a rock. That's good chewing rock.
He pulls out like a little marble-sized rock.
Good advice. I think I have 1 hit point. That might actually do me in at this point. So, but thanks for the thought, Percy.
I think it's called a con save. Anything else you can tell me about him? His hair, eye color, what he was wearing?
I get the feeling. That he doesn't have any loyalty towards those apes. He's a mercenary through and through, right? Like,
Mhm.
basically, dollars talk and bullshit walks with him. He definitely doesn't hold any loyalty to those apes.
Man after my own heart.
And mine as well. I tried to cut a deal with him.
What was the deal for?
So I was going to cut it. I offered to cut him in. Essentially, I told him to just do his delivery as normal. Go in, load up the trailer, come out, and we would, split up the booty. That's when he called me a Totechian and told me that was funny. But he did drop the knife, right? So like, I think he can be swayed.
Maybe,
I think if the deal is sweet enough that he can be swayed.
maybe they have not like so. Boat come in, he takes stuff to boat, right? What if we are that boat?
Don't think he's here for the same thing we are, unfortunately. Not based on the way you described it.
Yeah, maybe not, because he asked if I had access to the crystals, and then I asked him, I thought that's what he was here for. So he's here for something. I don't know necessarily if it's for the crystals.
I'll see if I can go find him and have him meet us somewhere.
I think it would be easier if we just go up to the apes and say that we're here to talk to the traveler,
Or well,
to the transporter.
I can't go with you. Clearly,
No,
Bill.
you can't,
Yeah,
but-
Lyle and I are going to have to hang back.
Well, your goal is to go ahead and set up an ambush here for when the apes come with everything else. You're going to have to do what you can to sabotage the rocks, move boulders underwater if you need to, whatever needs to be done to make sure their larger ships cannot get in here and pick up the crystals.
Got it.
If we can do that, it would assure us having the crystals at the very least.
Well, in the meantime, before, you probably wouldn't show up to make, meeting in daylight, right?
Well, I
I
think the
mean,
big
we
thing
wouldn't
is
show up to meet Guy in daylight, right?
quite possibly, though I think you and I need to move inland at the very least and dry our clothes off and not look like we're drenched
Not in the water.
rats.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So let's you and I sneak our way deeper inland, find a place around the coast if we have to, clean ourselves up, and then we'll just walk in like nothing happened, like we own the place.
Yeah. I think maybe I go while we find the spot, then I go find Guy, tell him meet us there. Then we make plan with Guy, and then we walk in the morning.
I think the problem we have with that plan is that we're trying to go ahead and find someone which might be surrounded by many apes or guarded by many others.
Yeah, but if I go take a look and it's bad, I no go.
If you get caught and it's bad, then you'll be dead.
I mean,
Not necessarily. I'm still alive. A little worse for wear, but still alive.
Well, they wanted you alive for a reason.
Why?
to find out what we're doing.
Why we're here, how many of us there are.
But they didn't question me at all.
Well, they probably haven't gotten to that part yet.
Okay.
They were still searching for us and others.
They
When
probably
did
were
you-
going to cart you off to the top of where the crystals.
Well, so here's the thing. If we can't trust the transporter guy, I kind of did tell him that we have a ship here with a bunch of men.
Well, we don't really have a choice in the matter now, he knows, so either he'll betray us or he won't.
Good point.
I think our best bet is to have the two of us dry off and wait and then just walk in. If we both do that, then there's no question that we're there on official business and they're not going to ask any questions if this transporter man is important enough that he can just walk around as he sees fit and even visit prisoners.
Yeah, but aren't they going to ask where you came from? Like, there is no ship in the harbor. Like, I don't, like...
Doesn't matter. They can ask whatever they like, but it's not up to the apes to answer. It's the transporter who matters. They're subservient to him based on how you described it.
Well, I don't know about that, but...
Well, at least
He
the
clear-
VIP.
Yeah, yeah. All right, it works for me. Me and Lyle will stay here and try to block the sort of any landing points as best we can. And also, I have to go try to find my armor anyway because I'm tired of walking around in my birthday suit. So
That's a little awkward. There
yeah.
were some human fishermen with spears who were actually grabbing it and trying to pull it up.
Okay, so grass skirts it is. The ox starts gathering reeds and whatnot to create a nice little grass skirt for himself. Can I how about this, Clover? Can I just borrow your shield? Can I just borrow your shield just to just to have something?
It's not really going to help you that much.
Crimson would do it. I'm just saying.
In that case, definitely not.
All right. Well, Lyle and I will start blocking landing points with stones
Okay.
as quietly as we can.
Okay, Percival, find us a safe way inland.
Ugh.
I'll start trying to find us a good way.
So Ox, who's with Ox? Is just Ox?
Lyle.
Me and Lyle.
Oh,
'cause, yeah,
okay.
Lyle was seen too. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Peter, what are you, a racist? You forget about Lyle suddenly, huh?
No, I didn't.
Huh?
Got him
Am I
right.
going to
here.
have to tell the Australian government about you?
They already know. How do you know I'm not? I don't work for him.
Oh, shit. You can tell by his hat.
Crikey.
Oh, shit,
Troll.
he is.
So Ox, as you are like moving rocks and stuff, just trying to make this. What if there's any kind of ships to come in, make the harbor a little bit more dangerous?
Yep.
You hear some talking, and you see looks like two humans. One's got a spear, the other one's just like sitting on like some rocks, and they're talking. And there's an ape standing there with a lantern, just chatting with him, and he walks away. And as he walks away, you can see the light reflect off your armor that is laying on the ground right there.
I gotta get it. They're just farmers, man. Like these aren't apes. They're just farmers. Even with 1 hit point, I got to do it. Lyle, you didn't even take any damage, man. What do you think? We got to do
It's
this,
all
right?
emotional. I don't like. You can't just let that go.
We got to do it, Lyle.
do you
I'm
need me to do?
useless. I'm useless right now. We got to do
Don't
this.
say that. I don't.
We got to do this, Lyle. We gotta.
What do you need me to do?
So there's 2 of them. Can you handle 1, Lyle? I mean, look at me, Lyle. Lyle, can you handle at least 1? I'm fairly certain I could take out 1 even in my weakened condition, but I just need you. I can't take both, Lyle.
What do you
take
mean
1?
handle? Like, what do you mean?
I need you to kill a man, Lyle. I need you to kill a man. I need you to take 1 for the team, buddy. I need you to step up. Find whatever you got inside you, whatever sand is in your stones, buddy. And I need you to I need you to do this. I need you to do this for me.
The last time I killed a man, I ended up in the Lindbergh salt mines. Why is it that when you kill a man in like war, you're a hero, but you do it in the heat of passion and you're in the mines?
I couldn't tell you. Perhaps it's just a failure to communicate. You kill a man, you get a day in the box. So Lyle, I need you. I need you to do this, Lyle. I can't. I'm useless without armor. Look, I'm bleeding out. I have a knife for a weapon, and I have no armor. You got to help me here, Lyle.
All right, let me see what Lyle.
I'm gonna owe you real big, buddy.
Lyle's been carrying that 357 Magnum up his ass for 7 years in a Vietnamese prison.
All right, so Lyle's got this. Well, Lyle doesn't have a weapon, does he? You've got the dagger.
There's lots
Yep.
of rocks.
Got a dagger. There are lots of rocks.
Okay, I'll have to use a rock or something.
Okay. It's fine.
Lyle's got
Fine,
a
Lyle.
gun.
It's fine. Or, okay, hear me out. Are you a strong man, Lyle?
No.
Okay, yeah, you
no,
didn't
no.
look real strong. All right, so I'm gonna give you the dagger with Lyle, and I'm gonna drown a man. Unfortunately, this is not gonna be quick, and it's not gonna be pretty.
But we can't afford the apes to come running over here.
I know that's why drowning him is the best, right? Like you slit that guy's throat so he can't make a sound. I'll drown this fucker. You won't hear anything. Like it'll be fine. Everything will be fine, Lyle. And then you could get really, really drunk, forget about it, and just medicate it away like we all do, buddy. It's fine. It'll be fine. Are you in? Are you in on this? Are you in with me here, Lyle?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Approximately how far away are they?
They're like 20 feet away.
And what are they? Are they in a boat? Or are they perched on?
No, they're on like the path. You guys are like in the rocks. I'm thinking near the water, like in the water, moving stuff around. And these guys, you notice, have come like around the path, on the
Okay.
shore, and they look pretty tired, like they've been swimming the whole time. Like it probably took a lot of effort to get your armor out of the water.
Okay. All right, here's what we're gonna do, Lyle. We're each gonna take a side of the path here. I'm gonna take the left side. You're gonna take the right side, right? God damn it, yeah. All right, Lyle, you gotta be able to be good with the blade here. You're gonna have to like really just. You're gonna have to stab him right in the throat so that he's unable to make a sound. I'll take the other guy. It'll be fine. Clearly, we'll figure something out, buddy. But we got to do this. So on 3, the most important part is, right, like even if you don't kill him right away, the most important part is that you can't let him scream, man. Like don't let him make a sound, because we don't need apes right now. So we're gonna do this. And I start heading up the path towards the farmers.
So Lyle starts
Wait a
following
minute,
you.
Lyle, they're poor farmers. What if we might be able, maybe we could talk our way through this? They're probably just slaves to these apes. What do you think?
Lyle is just kind of like, you don't even hear, he's just like stalking along, like you barely can hear him moving.
Oh, nice. All right, fine, cool. Okay, so Lyle's all in. All right, we're gonna kill some men. Okay, we're not even gonna try to talk. Lyle's into it. I am going to try to stealthily approach from the right as Lyle stealthily approaches from the left side.
All right. All right. Go ahead and roll.
Dex. Here we go. Oh, that's a 2. So that is you know what it is? It's no armor, right? Like, so because Alex like has no armor on, he's like, oh wow, I actually can be kind of quiet. And he sort of stealthily comes around from the right side.
Yep.
I'm going to like under my breath, but loud enough so that Lyle can hear me. I'm just gonna go, now Lyle, and I'm going to leap onto the guy that is closest to me and just grapple for his throat.
All right.
Like hands. Like
give me an
putting
attack
hands
roll.
up. Okay. That is 14.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So what? I don't even know. Like how you wanna like resolve this.
I know in 5e, unarmed strikes, if you're not proficient with them, are strength
Well,
mod
you're
+1.
grappling and you're trying to choke him out.
Yeah, I'm grappling. Right. Yeah. I'm not necessarily. Yeah. Right.
Give me a strength roll.
Okay. All right. That's a 2, and my strength is 15.
Yeah, this guy, you catch him, he's just like, he was not expecting this. And so he looks over and you see his eyes even get wider as Lyle's just standing there and the body of the other dude is just dead on the ground. And Lyle's looking at the other guy like, can I take him out too?
Yes, Lyle, yes. I'm just like nodding my head. Yeah.
So Lyle just slips right, like real quick, just stabs him. He's done. I passed every roll for Lyle, so he.
Now I know why they call you Lyle the Slip, buddy. Good God damn, man. Good for you. And I quickly donning my armor as I say this.
Yes, and he drops the knife and says, "Hold me."
He went back to a dark place.
The farmers didn't have any weapons on them at all, did they?
They had a spear.
Okay, Ox will grab the spear for sure. I will grab the spear for sure.
Okay.
Oh,
your
wow,
armor is
Vietnam
sitting there
flashbacks.
soaking wet on the ground.
I kiss it up to God and I don it for sure.
All right, you start to put on the armor as Lyle just kind of sits back and has the dagger by his side, and he's like got his knees tucked up against his chest. He's kind of
Lyle,
rocking
man.
back and forth.
Don't sweat it, Lyle. You did the right thing. Like, you honestly, Lyle, you did the right thing. It was them or us. Like, you did the. Don't even go to that dark place right now, Lyle. It's gonna be fine. We gotta think about Clover and Percy. We gotta help them out. We're not through the woods yet, so don't even go there, Lyle. Once we're sitting on all of those sweet ass double dragon doubloons from these crystals, this is going to be just a distant memory for you, buddy. Don't worry.
So he reaches into his coat, his cloak that's wet, and pulls out that card and hands it to you. He's like, I can't even look at it. What does it say?
What does it say?
So you open it up. Before it was like a man hanging upside down.
Yep.
Now it is 2 scales it basically means justice.
Nice. You're moving up in the world. Although I don't know necessarily it's justice. It's justice now, and we can interpret that 2 ways. Either like, you are basically needing to meet your justice, or you meted out justice. So like, let's go with the latter. And really, we can't sweat this right now. Here, you know what? I pull out my card. I look at my card, and I tell me what mine says.
Something about fortune.
Yeah,
Good
see,
fortune.
so we're still good. We're still good. Lyle, we're going to be sitting in loads of gold for these crystals. But right now, we need to hide these fucking bodies, and we need to get ourselves up closer to the action in case Clover and Percy need us.
Okay. So Lyle, motivated by your words, he starts to scoot the bodies like off the path. We go back to Percy and Clover, who are drying off and making your way right into the camp, right up to the first APC.
I believe we were drying off, and then they're probably expecting people to show up in like daylight, right? Was that our plan, Josh?
We don't know for certain. We were just going to
Right,
head on in.
and also you would know that you don't like daylight, and that is
Yeah, that's not
technically a
good.
negative to
Yeah.
some of your roles. So.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
there's
good.
no reason for us to find the place that seems like Percy. The main thing is sneak us as deep into their camp as you can, in the middle if possible. Understand?
Well, it'd be best if we went like along cliff face up, around and get high, because it seems like they keep going up to do things, and we
Okay.
go up, get up there near top, and then maybe we just kind of right on in.
Okay, we can activate Billy Goat mode.
Yeah, he'll hand you his tiny little rock hammer with the little point on it.
Use this a clown.
I think I'll be okay. Thank you, Percy.
All right, so you both can give me dex rolls, and then Percy, if you want to give me a d6 roll.
All right.
Ooh,
There's a pass on the dex and 3 on the d6.
okay.
Pass on the decks.
All right, so you make your way kind of up the path, taking shortcuts when you can, up to kind of like where this kind of plateaus. It goes up further. You can see there's a couple lights, but there's like a small camp up here, like some tents. And there's a few apes kind of like milling around.
Can we see a way down into the camp easily enough?
Well, there's a camp like straight ahead of you.
Straight ahead. Okay.
Maybe if we make it look like we come out of tent,
I don't
sneak
think
in
that's-
back of tent and then walk out of tent like we
I think they'll know that we're not supposed to be inside of there to begin with.
Or if it's not an ape tent, or if it's human tent.
Then they'll probably be wondering how we got inside of their camp. Let's just walk on up, shall we? Okay. Kind of just walk on up.
All right, so you begin to walk up. You see the 2 apes standing there. There's two more that come out. They're holding their staffs out. They're like, "Who are you?"
We're here to see the transporter. We're expected.
Expected.
Yes.
Kind of like he kind of looks you over, looks at the short one.
Rock expert.
Just wait right here. So the three of them watch you. The other one like goes into the tent. You can see him. He vanishes. He comes back out. He goes around behind the tent. You can see he holds up his staff. It kind of like flashes a couple times. About 10 minutes passes, and you can see somebody coming up the path, like behind the tent. He looks human from his as he gets closer. He is for a human, he looks pretty built, but you can see as he gets closer, he is not an ape. He comes walking over, and he's like, he kind of ushers the apes away. They just kind of go and do their thing. You asked to see me.
Yes. A mutual friend of ours, who you just recently spoke to, said that you might have a business arrangement for us.
Interesting. It was pretty ballsy of you just to walk into the camp.
That really was ballsy, by the way.
Rock expert.
Let's just say that I had a feeling we were dealing with someone of importance.
Is he one of those gnomes they talk about?
We generally pretend he doesn't exist, but he has his uses.
Rocks.
Yes, there's lots of them.
This one
So
tastes
your
good.
friend said that he had a ship with 1,000 men.
An exaggeration on his part, but we do have a vessel that's heavily armed.
Excellent. And can you procure more of these crystals?
Well, this entire area here is supposedly a massive stockpile of them.
Oh, it's quite a stockpile. I've seen it.
Our goal is to get these crystals and then hopefully find the location of other stockpiles.
Maybe you tell them our boat is boat that's supposed to show up. Then we have element of surprise, and that we got there early, and then we all go out of boat and get crystals and come back to boat with booty.
No, I don't think that's a good idea. No, I'm here to take the crystals. I just don't like dealing with these apes.
Well, our goal is to hopefully make the apes a non-issue soon enough.
Oh, they'll be a non-issue soon enough. I assure you.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you have in mind?
Annihilating them. That's what I have in mind. I just need to know there's somebody else here who can find these crystals.
We have ways of finding them, yes. We have
I like
contacts.
rock good.
Yeah, we got it, buddy.
We have contacts who can help us find them easy enough.
Percy could probably find more crystals than like anyone. He's a rock gnome.
I can sneak around find crystals where they're hiding them.
Our friend is also an expert in the Underdark, which is where many great mines are.
Oh,
And he's a hell of a digger, too.
oh.
Fantastic.
Hold up my little pickaxe.
He is so helmet.
So,
So I go find crystals now?
Not quite yet.
No,
What's the arrangement you're thinking?
when my ship comes to pick up the crystals, we can arrange some sort of attack on these apes. You'll be compensated, of course.
Is anybody else getting the feeling that this guy is also a pirate and perhaps like our, competition? Like, I don't think Thaddy would like us working with Pirate Blackbeard here, like for sure.
Well, the fact is that Pirate Blackbeard's planning on paying me a lot more money than the other, so I'm going with him instead.
Spoken like a true pirate.
I prefer mercenary, but yes.
So you think we both bring 2 ships and all people run out and fight apes?
Yeah. There won't be enough people to come to fight the apes on my side.
Well, there's both ships there, both crews. It's a lot of people.
No, there will only be 2 or 3 on my ship.
In a little boat?
Yeah, you could say.
How many cannon does your ship have?
I don't know how many armaments it has.
All right, he's not a pirate, or he's a liar.
Is that like little? Like one
Enough
sail?
to take these crystals. That's all
How-
it needs to do.
So like one sail. We have like one and one and one and one.
Don't worry about that too much, Percival. The main thing is that we can have our ship come here and we can assault the apes from it. However, we have to be able to do something about their ship that's supposedly coming in. Or do they not have a vessel coming in to get the crystals?
He's supposed to come get the crystals. That's what's going on.
But it's his vessel that's
Yeah.
coming for the. Yeah.
The apes provide crystals. He takes.
On the north side of the coast here, they've got a couple of their ships. There'll probably be another one. Forget what they call them. Clipper ship, some sort of heavily armed ship supposed to arrive to protect this this shipment. So there's potentially 3 ships.
So they load up more.
I
than
can take
just
care
their
of
ship.
one. I can probably take care of one of their ships.
Mm.
So that'll leave you 2 to deal with.
If we can get our hands on the other 2 ships for our boarding actions, would go a long way to increasing the power of our fleets.
Well, and if we could get some crystals on spec, that would go a long way towards empowering our fleet as well. Magical attacks are always better than just, straight physical attacks.
Well, we have to find out how to use the crystals as well.
I'm sure a creepy priest guy knows how to use them.
Quite possibly. We need to get our hands on them, though.
Yeah, so what I'm hearing is we wait till morning when your ship shows up, and then our ship shows up. Right?
Yes. Well, our ship would have to be. He can get the crystals out of here easy enough without our assistance. Then he can disable one of their ships. We'll then go ahead and engage the weaker of the enemy vessels, and in the meantime have a boarding party jump on board the Clipper. The Clipper outguns us, so we can't outrun it. But if we're able to get on board and kill the crew, it doesn't matter. It's our ship then.
And we have our own pirate ship. Okay, yeah, for sure.
After that, we'll be able to go ahead and get additional crystals for you in the future, with our own vessel being able to take us to different locations.
That sounds like the beginning of a crystal cartel. Yeah, I'm liking what I hear. Yep.
I thought you were going to say a beautiful friendship, but okay. Is it agreed?
Sounds good. What's your what would you like to be compensated for this?
Well, we normally prefer monetary funds in the form of gold and platinum pieces.
Hmm.
Well, how about after we fight ships and whatnot and yada yada, we split load in half.
What do you mean?
Like half
Half of what?
the crystals.
I don't think he's going to allow a split of any of the crystals from himself. He needs them for a purpose, or
I
at
will-
least his masters do.
I will give you I'll give you some. I'll give you a bag full.
Okay. Well, we'll have to get back to boat, tell them plan.
It's a deal, and I'll hold out my hand.
He reaches out his hand and shakes it. Kellen. Kellen's the name.
Pleasure. Clover.
Alan and Clover.
Percival.
He just kind of nods. Okay.
We go back to boat now then, yeah? Right, Clover?
Correct. Well, we will take our leave. Good evening.
Yes. He just kind of he turns. You see him. You see him turn, look at you, and then walk back down the other side of the path, like wherever he went, wherever he was located.
Let us go.
Mhm.
Stop heading down the path.
All right. So you make it down the path.
They get about halfway down the path, and Ox and Lyle sort of burst out from the bushes. But Ox is fully armored, so what the hell happened?
Get us a ship. We'll need a boat to get back to the main ship from. The agreement is that we will go ahead and there will be 3 ships that will come to stop our friend from getting the crystals. One of them he'll take care of. Then there are 2 more. The hope is that the largest of the 2 will be a transport ship that our cannons can easily destroy. In the meanwhile, we'll do a boarding action and take the clipper that will arrive. That will give us a ship.
Do you think you can trust him?
I'm pretty sure we can trust him quite well. He's a businessman. He's not going to violate his business.
So how are we going to get back to the ship? Our dinghy was blown to shreds.
Simple. We just head back down to the docks or any other place where it seems like there's a path, and we take whatever boat is there.
Works for me.
Mhm.
Head down the path.
Hey.
All right. So as you kind of meander around the path around the shore, you come up to the first like set of docks that are out here, and there's just regular boats, like some fishing vessels. There's a couple of similar human ones that you ran into, kind of like working the docks and pulling up line, and there's one ape just kind of watching them.
There was smaller rowboat anywhere, or something we can take that will get us through these waters to our ship easy enough.
Yeah, there is.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk up to it and hop in.
All right.
Start getting it ready to sail. I mean, fuck it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll follow for sure.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you start to head out and row back to the shore. I mean, row back to the boat.
Yep. Head on back.
So it takes about like an hour and a half. And you manage to get back to the boat.
Okay. I'll,
It's a couple hours before daylight.
I'll tell them what to expect. That there's going to be 3 ships. One will be destroyed by our friend, and I want them to engage with cannons the one vessel while we take the clipper.
Some
boarding
boarding
experts.
party with us.
Yeah, any boarding experts?
Okay.
I have a spear now that I can use as a
Harpoon?
yeah, that I can launch myself over with. By the way, while Clover is talking with the crew, I'm gonna approach the creepy monk guy and I'll just be like, I don't know sort of that, voodoo that you do, but do you have any kind of healing capabilities at all? You look like you might.
Yeah, he looks at you. Let's see. He reaches in and pulls out his deck of cards. Let's see here.
Have you ever heard of a deck of many things?
So Josh, Isaiah, give me both you roll D20.
Ooh. Nat 20.
Oh, 3.
Okay. All right, Bill, roll D20.
6.
No, not 6. Anything but 6.
So so you pull a card and it has the devil on it.
Ah, God damn it. I think this was Lyle's card. Can I draw again?
he just looks at Lyle and Lyle just grabs it. He's like, oh man. All right, roll again.
Okay.
This would have happened under Totec presidency.
14. Poor Lyle. Oh, shit.
So what was it, 14?
14, yes, sir.
7. He hands you a card with 2 people holding hands.
Okay, I'll take that.
He reaches into his pouch and pulls out like some kind of herbs or something, and kind of like takes a bowl and starts grinding them up, and starts to like burn them, and it's a putrid, awful smell.
Of course it is, yeah.
And
sure.
Starts speaking in some language you have never heard. In fact, the languages sound like almost like 3 different ones he's combining. And he takes a big inhale and he hands it to you and gives you a big inhale. Give me a con roll.
These essential oils are killer.
That's that's an 18 and my con is 16, so that's a fail.
So give me a D4 roll.
I really might be dead from a bong, from inhaling, guys.
Yeah,
been
wake
like
up in the
Clinton.
morning with your
A
pants
1.
on your
I
head.
rolled a 1.
So you can take the 1 hit point back. And
Yep.
we get 1 hit point, or
Yep.
you can attempt to inhale again. This time, if you do fail, you may die.
I'm going for it. I have a con of 16. I mean, this is like statistically, this is in my favor. So that's a 13. So
Okay.
so yep, my con is 16. That's a 13.
Give me a D8 roll.
Okay. 3.
You get another 1.
Okay. So I have 3 hit points at this point though. So I mean, like, that's better than where I was. So
Yep.
I kind of like throw up a little bit in the back of my mouth and gag. Thanks. Really, thanks. I appreciate it, dude. Also, Lyle, sorry about that, man. Like, I'm sure that card is fine. I'm sure that doesn't mean anything. It's fine, Lyle. It's fine.
Yeah, he's like, he looks at it, he gets it, he gets the other card out that he has, and he's looking at that, trying to figure out.
I mean, you got the devil and you got justice. I mean, like, what could that possibly mean? It's fine, Lyle. Like, don't question stuff like that, man. Like, it's just keep thinking about those piles of golden doubloons that we're gonna have, buddy.
So
I think we lost Clover.
Percival's probably walking around chewing on a half-eaten rat.
here we go.
Better than a stone. So yeah.
So are you going to try to get some rest?
Yeah, maybe because I can get another hit point back. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna sack out for sure.
Yeah, what is that? It's like,
I think it's 1 hit point per day
It is.
or
Yep.
per night. Yeah.
At least I don't have to make a con roll for it though. Like so.
Well,
you tell this to Baruch, and he is sounds very interested. And in fact, for what it's worth, hard to tell, excited about this proposition of, taking out the apes and potentially controlling some form of the crystals. As the morning passes and you get your rest, so you get your 1 hit point back, and any damage you've taken, you get a hit point back. I don't know, I think you're the only one that took damage.
Yep.
A fishing boat approaches the ship.
Oh,
And of
shit.
course, Baruch
They might
has
be
got
looking for a fish. They might be looking for the missing fisherman. Lyle, just keep your mouth shut.
so Baruch has got everybody on alert. They hold up their hands. You can see it looks similar to the guys that were on the shore, kind of in rags, and they're like, "We have a delivery from a Kellen."
ah, excellent.
Why didn't you just say UPS? Like what?
I'll go ahead and motion to let them on.
Okay. And so these guys, like, they're hauling up like this crate and hands it, and the crew like kind of grabs it, and they bring it up, and they kind of just like drop it on the deck of the ship, and the fishermen get off and leave.
Thank you. Well, I'll check out the crate. Is there notes or anything on it, or is it just a sealed container?
It's sealed.
Okay, then crack it open.
Crystals. It's crystals.
Okay.
Maybe.
So you grab like a crowbar and pop it open, and there's a sack. I mean, there's a bunch of gold pieces with some crystals underneath. You can see the crystals on top, and a few other things that look like rocks almost. They're balls. And a couple of assorted items, and there's a note that's sitting on top.
I will reach down and read the note.
It says a payment in advance to a fruitful relationship. And then it says, Hail Sindum. And then we can stop right there.
Hail Sindhu for sure.
Mhm.
Hail Sindhu!
Percival's definitely like just like licking one of those orb-like rocks,
Yeah.
trying to figure out anything about it. Like,
Yeah, I'll call over the one guy and ask him, hey, do you know anything about these crystals and how they work?
yeah,
he-
the creepy guy's gotta know. Yeah, for sure.
Like, can I use these on my armor to give me superior armor and weapons?
question: these round ones, are they about the size of a cannonball?
Or hand grenade?
They could be magic cannonballs. These big round ones.
Mhm.
Figure out how it works.
Percival definitely is like gonna probably attempt to make an arrow with one of those crystals as the broadhead.
Oh boy.
Be very interested to see what happens.
So
when that hits
for
someone.
for next game, you'll each have a crystal. I'll let you know what it does.
Nice.
You'll get some kind of power ability,
Ooh.
and then you'll
Plus
fight some
35.
dirty apes.
Yes.
Damn dirty apes.
Damn dirty apes.
And you'll let us know the XP changes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, guys.
Oh yeah.
Always fun. I am looking forward to destroying those damn dirty apes. Next time we'll be better prepared, so for sure.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
I
now
didn't
we
think
at
they were
least
gonna
have
be that
some idea
tanky.
how powerful they are. Thing
All right,
had
I'm gonna
like
run.
50 health.
All right. Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Catch
Take it
you
easy,
later.
guys.
Damn dirty apes.